Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. It is Saturday and it is raining out here, northwest Iowa. It's trying to melt the icicles off the house and snow out of the yard and everything else. It's been raining since I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. Okay, we're playing with our Harbor Freight router speed control, which can be used on anything up like 15 amp brushed motors. I'll show you the picture of the box. It is like $20, but the coupon it came to 16 bucks. Not bad for a toy. There is a mod out there. If you look for the video, I'll be doing it someday. Where the guy shows where you drill a hole for potentiometer here, because this thing, you'll see with me playing with it, it does not have the adjustment that I want. And I'm used to my Variac and stuff where it has a fine adjustment. This thing's like, it doesn't go as slow as I want to on some things. On my sander, it works okay because it does go low enough. I bought it actually for my electric orbit sander because it just goes like a maniac. I mean, I don't need to sand at that high of a speed. So we're going to pan you up here to the fan. That fan, we're going to bring you over closer to you. Well, you can do this. We're going to bring you over closer to it, okay? And then, so you won't need to see me running the speed control down here, because we want to show you what it does, and we'll talk to you of how it's doing on the knob there. Because we no way we can show you both at the same time. So keep doing this and that. So you know what I mean. I'll tell you what I'm doing. So we'll pause. We'll get it all set up again. Okay. I wish the tripod would go higher so we're not angled up at the thing. But here we go. Okay. We're going to give you full force first. Okay. Without no speed control. This is wired direct. This thing used to have a switch in it with a transformer. I almost blew my tripod over. I've got my hand over it. I almost knocked my camera over. I mean, it's powerful. Okay. Let's wind down. Don't you love that strobe effect? That's what we're going to try to do. We're just going to goof off today. We're not doing any work today. This is Sunday in the Shop. We're going to goof off. Everything we think to do is just going to be playing today. I deserve it. Okay, we're turned all the way down. It's humming. This thing will handle up to 15 amps. I'm turning it up. I'm turning it up. There's halfway. See, we're like 3/4 of the way. So we'll turn the control all the way up and get it running. So that's it. I want to get inside and hack this thing because I'm not getting the speed control I want. Okay, we're going to back it down. Still in the high range. I'll show you a picture. High is red, medium's green. We're just between medium and high. So we'll be remembering this. We'll watch the video probably again. Okay, that is moving some air over here. You gotta figure my wood stove is down here and to the right. Most of you used to my shop. We're gonna see how slow we can go before it stalls. Which is not good. You gotta remember, when you slow stuff down like this, it's almost like making a short. I don't want to blow the fuse there because I know I don't have no little 15 amp fuse for this thing. See? Let me try to slow it way down again. Okay, we was down there between medium and high before, like I said. Let's try to go. Now this fan makes a little noise. I've had this motor apart before, and I put a spring in there to throw pressure one way with some washers. So it does have a little bit of a noise to it because it would kind of clunk and rattle, like the spacing was off in the motor. It's been completely disassembled years ago. So you might hear a funny whirring sound in there. It's just a spring and a washer making a little noise. That Of course, there's no use ever running your fan this low. I'm just trying to show you if you wanted to. Say it's going to stall out. Let's take it back up. See, we got to go clear in the high range again. See? Might as well go wide open. You could speak English. Come on. I think I get tongue-tied more on Sunday in the Shop video because I'm not being as, professional video maker. I'm goofing off. try to get it down to where we think we can use this thing. If we can use this thing, we'll buy another one. I mean, we'll mount this thing inside that fan. I don't know if I can hear that noise all day. Right there would move heat perfect. I know there's junk underneath. Let me get in here with my hand. I know there's junk underneath. Somebody comment one time and but it does get airflow. I have tested it, did the smoke test. If that junk wasn't underneath there and Harbor Freight blanket and everything, it would pull more air up underneath with all this junk. When I first put this, all this garbage wasn't there. So it does work. It does pull air up from behind. That's too slow. Watch, I tried to turn it up, it's going to go too fast. Watch my battery symbol. See, it's just not going to do what I want. You might end up buying a heavy duty fan dimmer thing like you use for your ceiling fan. I could live with that. So I don't need no fan blowing your hat off in here trying to just move heat around. Ceiling fan does not do what you think in this shop. I have a ceiling fan. It does not do what you think. It does not push the heat towards me. This thing, when I first put it up there, pushes the heat around the shop. I could live with that. Like I said, try to go any lower. Okay, enough of that. We're going to flip it on full speed and bypass the thing just one more time before we do something else. Hold on. Don't want to blow over the tripod. Whoa! Just kidding. Got a rod knocking in it. It's got bad bushings in it. And an old Ford engine like that. Look if you can hear me. You can't hear me over the power tool. I always do that. Can't hear me when the power tool's running. Okay, we're gonna pause. We played with this for enough minutes. Okay, we did do the hack to that controller. We won't show it. If you go on YouTube, just look up modified whatever router controller. Harbor Freight, you'll find it. You put in Harbor Freight router control, modify, hack, or whatever. You'll know it because they drill a little hole in the case, okay? We had no luck on the big fan, so we're going to try this, okay? Probably never go that low. We were trying to lower the speed so we cut like through thin brass and aluminum. As everybody knows, wood bandsaw. Hold on, can't hear me over the tool. A wood bandsaw runs too fast to cut metal with, so people are always trying to slow them down. The problem is you lose torque. You put speed controller on something and lower the voltage, you lose torque. Okay, so this will be another day of testing this, but I just wanted to show you one more time. We'll turn it on. Playing with the adjustment inside of it. There's a little pot in there on the... It's a little... All it is, you look at an old CB radio or something, there's a little flat metal disc in there. That's as low as I'm going to go. Okay, we're going to go full speed, just like there was never no controller on this saw. And that's pretty extreme. It is. When you cut through wood, it's kind of scary how fast it is, even on wood. So, there you go with that. that may get mounted on this. Like I said, I might buy a couple of these things. Like I said, I will not show that hack. I don't want to be responsible for somebody getting shocked, blowing something up. Do this at your own risk. I probably won't put it in the description. That's my disclaimer. Said there is a video on YouTube that shows how to hack this router control. And it involves drilling a hole in the front. That's the only hint I'll give you. You'll know you found the video. So, there you go on that. Let's play with something else before we get out of here today. Okay, hope this ain't a long video today. We'll leave it this little invention that we're working on. We bought this at Harbor Freight. 1/2-inch replacement drill chuck. These threads are 1/2 inch by 20, okay? Now, they look kind of nasty in there. I have not bought a bolt yet. I did run a tap through here, and it did take a little bit to run it through there and a little bit of lube. So I hope the bolt ain't too sloppy. You're really not supposed to use a tap to chase threads with, believe it or not. This will not fit on your 3/8 24 small 3/8 drill. Read in the complaints, people say, well, it won't fit my drill. And, well, you just got to know what you're buying, I guess. This goes on a big 1/2 inch drill. Okay, here's the idea. This was done on my lathe faced off, so there's a little dot there. So I found the best I could find in the center, and I made a little bitty of a mark after the punch with a 1/4 inch drill bit. This is 1/2 inch diameter. We want to make some little pins for hinges. I made a wood stove that way. If you see a picture of a wood stove in, pay attention to the little piece that's in there. I'm looking across the room. It has a strap welded this direction with the holes in the door, and then you'll have a piece of metal up here with a hole, piece of metal here with a hole, and a 1/4 inch pin or bolt goes through there. So that's what we're trying to make. You can do this. So that's what this will be. The first one will be the setup, okay? If I can get this where I want it. It is a cheesy little chuck. It's not made like they were made in America years ago. Okay. Here's how we're going to set this up. We're going to have the distance our quill will travel to use these stubby little bits. Now these are the ones that go in your hole saw. They are high-speed steel, whatever, 135 degree split point, whatever. They're a very good bit for drilling through 1/4 inch holes. You want to make a starter hole? Buy these. They're probably $4 or $5 for 2 of them. Just buy them and have them, because they're better than these cheap drill bits. I think I've ranted about that before. They're worth the money. They go in your hole saws. That's where your set screw goes. Anyway, here's the whole idea. We're going to bring our drill chuck down in here from the drill. We're going to center it over top and tighten it up, okay, lightly. And then we're going to have this with a hole drilled through here. If we can't find a bolt, we're going to stick the tap in there and cut it off with the grinder, because we want to make this thing. This just 1/2 inch by 1 inch aluminum, 4 inch wide to fit my little vise. So make a video, see it. So this will be the vise, be floating around. It won't be, the turntable won't be tightened. We'll bring the quill down. We'll put it over top here and just snug it by hand. And we'll make sure everything's centered out. Then we'll lock the table this way, the turning and everything, so nothing can ever move. So when we raise this and put in our 1/4 inch bit, we'll be able to drill a hole, okay? So in the future, when we want to make these, what we'll do is we'll have this. We'll just put our 1/4 inch bit in there and center it in the hole. So I think you can figure out what I'm doing. So this will be my little piece I use all the time, and it's about 1 inch long. These pins are going to be made 1 inch long. Yes, it is actually 1 inch. I've had this in my desk drawer for probably a year. The idea in my head for probably a year. This saves trying to use a lathe and drill a hole, like just do it at the drill press, because they're just pins for hinges. They're nothing machined. If the hole's a little off, it doesn't matter. It's just a hinge. So I'll use 1/4 inch rod to make the pin, or a bolt, and there you go. Voila, whatever the word is. So if this confused you, I'm sorry. If you're not used to doing this kind of stuff. I said this will be, once this is all centered up on 1/2 inch chuck and everything, and this is made, when I go to make a new one, I'll just put this in the chuck. I'll bring down my 1/4 inch bit into the hole, line up the vise, tighten everything where the table or nothing's moving, raise it up, drop my piece in the chuck, and tighten it. There's several videos on YouTube I've seen where people have made jigs like this. So, there you go. For $9, it's almost worth buying this to get the chuck key for what will them cost. So, thanks for watching this week. I wish you could hear the rain. I'm not taking my camera outside and show it to you. It is raining on the roof pretty darn good today. They say we could have an inch of rain on top of all the snow we've had. So, you know what kind of ice that's going to be on the road. So, once again, see you next week. Look at that sloppy mess out there. Look at all that rain.